SimFanatic at the captain's chair. Got 1,000 co-pilots everywhere. Somebody's calling, check your trim. Another says, don't forget the wind. Moses steady in his hands. Honeycomb Bravo, ready to dance. Sayintentions on the radio. Cleared for departure, here we go. Some bring charts, some call speeds. Everybody's got what somebody needs. One big crew, one big plan, helping each other whenever we can. Blue skies, friends, raise them way up high. From the ramp to the clouds, watch these old birds fly. Blue skies, friends, no matter where we land. Little lost, big smiles, it's all part of the plan. Blue skies, friends, let's fly again. Navigraph open across the screen. Sim brief says she's looking clean. Somebody spots another route. Hey Cap, I think you're drifting south. Everybody laughs, nobody minds. Half the fun is what we never find. Mountain peaks, river bends, scenery waiting around the next bend. Crosswind, pushing hard today. Chat says, grab it all the way. Touchdown comes a little rough. Everybody else close enough. Every landing, every mile feels a little better with the whole crew smile. No backseat, no big egos, just friends chasing blue horizons. Blue skies, friend, raise them way up high. From the ramp to the clouds, watch these old birds fly. Blue skies, friend, no matter where we land. Little lost, big smiles, it's all part of the plan. Whoa. Blue skies, friends, let's fly again. Bow with brake, hold it straight. Hope autopilot's feeling great. Anybody got my 6? Turn 270, that'll fix it. One calls traffic, one calls weather. Somehow we always get there together. From little cubs to caravans, every flight starts with helping hands. Spinning knobs at 2 a.m. in the glow of the sim. Coffee cold, but the checklist still begins. A320 dreams in a Cessna whirl, and AGC just said my cousin's uncurled. Got a TBM screaming through a cloud-painted bruise. While I'm reviewing gear I definitely didn't choose, but the switches feel right and the mag switch sings like a tiny plastic orchestra of expensive things. Community rolling on runway lights, one more string through simulated nights. Someone's asking how do flaps deploy while I'm inverted over to mine. Blue skies paint across the screen, SimFanatic flying through the in-between. Orange whips in the cockpit glow where the digital wins always know. Blue skies, hear the Discord cry, gear up as the frames go by. SimFanatic shuffle in the midnight air, we're all just pilots somewhere. Product review with a turbulence grin. This yoke feels heavy, but I think that's a win. Flight sim news breaking mid-final turn, while my landing rate makes the virtual tires burn. Live stream chaos, someone's taxiing backwards. Another viewer just spawned in without fraps, or I try to stay calm, keep it all in control, while a barren victim steals my soul. Patch notes drop like weather front. Someone's arguing about realism months, but we're all here for the same loud sound of engines pretending they're breaking the ground. Blue skies paint across the screen, SimFanatic flying through the in-between. Orange whips in the cockpit glow where the digital wins always know. Blue skies, hear the Discord cry, gear up as the frames go by. SimFanatic shuffle in the midnight air, we're all just pilots somewhere. And the autopilot says it is disconnected. Right as I discover I never actually connected it, but the chat is laughing and the plane is fine, and somehow I've been flying for like 3.5 hours of time. Blue skies lift off the mundane scene, SimFanatic flying through machine dreams. Orange whips lighting up the flow where the virtual jet streams go. Blue skies let the chaos fly from Iowa fields to a digital sky. SimFanatic shuffle, don't slow down there, we're all just pilots everywhere. Throttle back, Discord chat, one more landing. Yeah, probably that. Blue skies. Spinning globe, cold blue map, pixel clouds, runway town, checklist time. Content. Throttle forward, engines hum. Every checkpoint, here we come. Sugar bars in my veins, holding steady through the rain. Orange whip when we land, little toast to the clan. Every replay, every pain is the fuel that makes it sing. Oh
Test one. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, everybody.
runway lights, blink and fade, but this strange plane still gets made. One more step, one more ride. Orange whips, I cruise altitude.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome aboard to the SimFanatic channel this Wednesday night. Hope you're all doing well this week. Now, tonight we are doing something a little different. We're turning back the clock, firing up 4 engines, burning in an irresponsible amount of jet fuel, not to mention generating a lot of smoke and pollution, friends, and headed straight back to the dawn of the jet age, friends. Yes, for the very first time here on the SimFanatic channel, we are taking the Boeing 707-320C into the skies of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, flying from Minneapolis here, Minneapolis, St. Paul, westbound to Denver. And I've been looking forward to this one. And the Boeing 707, I'll tell you what, yes, it is an interesting plane. Exactly, Boeing 777. How's it going? Good to see you, Grumpy Gamer, TJ Turner, and the rest of you, CP65, Johnny Mon, Bats in the house, and everyone else that's joined us for tonight's live stream. Now, the Boeing 707 was one of the airplanes that really helped change commercial aviation forever. You guys have seen The Aviator, right? You've seen that movie, TWA. Back in the late 1950s and in the 60s, suddenly passengers were flying higher, faster, and farther than they had with piston-powered airliners that came before it. Apparently, somebody looked at 4 giant jet engines, a cockpit full of gauges, switches, knobs, and levers, and said, yep, this seems easier. So naturally, we're going to try it tonight with the help of our virtual flight engineer. And tonight we've got old school gauges, 4 inches to keep track of, and a flight deck that looks like somebody emptied an entire Radio Shack store onto the instrument panel. Now, for those of you that don't know what the hell I'm talking about in terms of Radio Shack, look it up. Us old-timers, we know it. We know it. And even not even old-timers, us middle-aged people know what a Radio Shack is. Yeah, there's no giant glass cockpit in this machine. There's no fancy modern flight management system holding our hand. And if something starts blinking at us tonight, well, friends, I'm probably going to stare at it for about 5 seconds and then ask all of you in chat, what did I break? What did I break, CP65? So this should be a lot of fun. Yes. And we'll be flying with the TWA-inspired 707-320 out of Minneapolis, as I said, toward Denver. We'll put the aircraft through the paces, get a feeling for what it was like to operate one of those most iconic early jetliners ever built. And, of course, we'll all have Sayintentions.AI handling ATC tonight. Thanks to our friends, Brian and Max, because if we're going to confuse ourselves with 1960s technology, friends, we may as well have somebody professionally telling us where to go while we do it. So, friends, grab your favorite orange whip, get comfortable, say hello in chat, and let me know where you're watching from tonight. Where are you all at? I know some of you where you're at, but buckle up, everybody. It's going to be fun. Time to get this jet age rolling. But first, let's again see everybody in chat. We've got Bats is in the house, friends. Let's give it up to Bats. Good to see you, Bats. CP65 in the house. And one hell of a guy, Johnny Mon. How's it going, Johnny? Let's all give Johnny a shout out. We also have Vruden the Great that said he couldn't stay, but he stopped to leave a like. Well, how about that? Good of him to do. Hey, Delt Gam, what's up, buddy? What's up? Good to see you, Delt. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Boeing 777. Good to see you as well. There's no dual engine start with this plane, 777, because this is, of course, a 4-engine aircraft. Speaking of 4 engines, I'm using the Airbus 4-pack, 4-engine lever set from ProDesk Sim, because I don't have the 4 set other than the little tiny dinky ones that come with the Bravo honeycomb, and I just didn't want to use that. I want to feel the power. I want to feel something large in my hand. We're going to leave that at that. The Grumpy Gamer's in the house, friends. Let's give it up to the Grumpy Gamer! And Eagle Sky Evo. It's good to see you, Eagle. And, of course, everyone else that happened to drop in. We also got the real CFF, not the fake. The real deal. Good to see you, real CFF. Welcome aboard, my friend. And everybody else that's in chat. And good to see everybody. I am SimFanatic coming to you from Iowa in the Midwest. Minneapolis is only about a 3-hour hop, skip, and a jump up north from here. And it's good that it's actually very, very familiar territory. And I like this airport. I got the add-on scenery. CFF, you're doing it again, brother. Dropping in the $5 dono.
What do you call a teacher who never passes gas in public? A private tutor.
Now that's a dad joke I'm going to have to take to my son, real CFF. Thanks for the $5 dono and the joke, buddy. And it's great to see you here. I got a heart here, Dono. Thanks. Everybody give Real CFF some emojis if you got them, some blue skies and some orange whips. And may even throw an STD your way there later on, Real CFF. We'll see how the night goes. All right, appreciate it, buddy. And we've got Johnny Mon in here flying with us. TJ Turner, good to see you. Bats is flying with us. And FSLTL Polaris. I'm not sure which one that is, who that is over there. But great to have you, friends. And I'm sure we'll keep continuing to have people join us tonight on this Wednesday night. But the 707, yeah, we don't, this first time we're flying this. And with the latest update, it was just recently updated and came with the flight engineer, kind of similar to the PMDG DC6, but it is different. And it makes things a little easier to get everything set up, and we'll definitely be using that. Hi, Skoltz. I don't know if Skoltz is here with us, but I see you down there as well if you are. But yeah, it makes it a little easier to get this thing pre-flighted, thank goodness, right? Especially for me. I need the help. But we're going to be checking this out for the first time. And again, Sayintentions and that. I'm even going to use my co-pilot for Sayintentions a little bit more tonight, just to kind of focus more on this jetliner. It is actually kind of a lot of fun to fly. I've only flown it twice, and I've landed it once. So you can figure out how the rest of the flight went. Johnny Mon says, Bats is on his way to Denver. Safe travels, dude. There you go. But here we got the TWA livery. Figured, hell, why not, right? So it this jetliner is on sale right now for $10. At least it was 2 days ago when I picked it up. So definitely pick it up. They have improved it immensely. And, it went from like a 3.1 overall since it was released, a year ago? And then with the recent release, it's got like 4.7 or 4.8 in reviews. So I definitely think for $10, if you fly airliners, even if you don't fly airliners, you may want to pick this bird up, because for $10, you're not really going to go wrong. And I do think that the flight engineer has added a lot to this aircraft, among many other things they've done. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into it. And as we can see, we've got a lot of gauges. The one thing you're going to notice, there's different variants. I'm going to go the cheating way. I'm going to go with the Garmin in here. But you could do the INS system, the inertial system. If you wanted to go really old school, it does have that. You can pick that aircraft up or that version of the aircraft before you fly it. But anyway, it's got multiple versions here. But we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to actually go ahead and show you the flight engineer part. But here, over to the side, I got to find my mouse here. But yeah, this was back in the day when you actually had a flight engineer. You had actually 3 pilots in the aircraft. So you can see there's all kinds of stuff here that we can switch back and forth to. One thing I will say is I would disable the EFB. If you have the EFB on, I would not switch between this and tab because it does impact performance. So I would turn that off. Just a little tip there for y'all. Turn that EFB off, because it does, at least my experience. Of course, I was flying into Denver, and I think since the last update to the simulator, it noticed it has all the aircraft, the static aircraft around me. So, so we'll see how it does performance-wise tonight. Now, I think the aircraft itself, for system performance, I think it does okay, but we'll see when we come into Denver. When I did this route last night, Denver was a little bit choppy for the performance, so we'll see what happens tonight. But that was one of the things I had on was the EFB, and I was flipping between the two, and I think that may have caused issues, but we'll see tonight. But right now, it seems to be performing really well. The EFB has an app for the aircraft, though, yes. So if I hit tab, and we go over here, right down here for this more apps, this is what TJ, I think you're talking about, Boeing 707. This is where we can get our flight engineer. You can work your doors here, your data cards. There's our V1 speeds, and then options. Now, this is actually fully... you're able to bring in, like with any aircraft with 2024, the flight plan from SimBrief, which I have done. And then you can see you can change your app theme here, which I chose the dark theme. And then the altitude selector mode, HSI navigation. You can even do legacy there. All kinds of stuff. We're not going to go through all of it, but you can see them there. And the flight engineer options. Here you can even have takeoff, climb, and throttle assistance. Now, the PG, you guys tell me, is the DC6 for the PMDG because it always allows your flight engineer to actually control the throttles. I actually want to control the throttles myself, do the toga and everything. So I'm going to control those. But it does have an app. And we're going to start with the flight engineer. And so we can hear it, I'm going to turn the music off. And then let's go ahead and start with the flight engineer. So we're going to start with cockpit preparation. So you click on this. Look, there's 58. So we're going to hit run.
Preparation checklist.
And it's going to run through all kinds of
switch
stuff.
Is set to on.
So we got the battery
Landing
on.
gear lever. Down.
And so
Emergency
we can
flaps.
look at various things.
Guard closed and off. Landing lights. Retracted and off.
So there's our landing lights all
Weather
there.
Radar mode. Set to off.
And by the way, I didn't show this.
Transponder.
I am going old school
Set to
with the
standby.
aircraft. I'm actually
Galley
using
power.
some of my original
Set to
stuff
off.
that I
AC
purchased
auxiliary
myself.
Off.
And that's the TPR pedals that I
Fuel
like
dump panel
a lot.
cover.
Excuse me. We're kind of going with the
Closed.
Thrustmaster setup.
APU
We've got the
fire
Boeing, TCA Boeing yoke. I really do like that.
Tested.
There's the ProDesk Sim.
Starting
That's the only
APU.
add-on I have tonight. Everything else is just the stuff I have had, and then the Bravo throttle quadrant as well, as you can see here, and the LED lights are working. But yeah, that's pretty basic tonight, is unlike we usually do. Did he just stop because I moved something? I haven't had him stop. He just...
APU is started.
Okay, there he
APU
goes.
generator. On. Flight recorder.
Max Toga on takeoff.
On.
I take it, SimFanatic.
APU
Nice,
bleed
yes.
valve is open.
You might want the
Airspeed
engine to
warning.
do everything, including fly the plane. Yeah, I think you might be right, CP.
Lock trim. Tested and on.
Tombstone
Testing
Kid!
engine.
Welcome, Tombstone. Good to see you.
Tested.
Good to see you. Tombstone, do you have the 7... Actually, how many of you have this aircraft, the 707?
Tested.
I have questions
Essential
for you,
power
especially when we get to the top of
Set
descent.
to APU. External power. Set to off.
Good to see you, Tombstone Kid.
Air
Thanks for joining,
conditioning.
everybody. Thank you for joining
Is
tonight.
set to on. Radio master switches. Set and on.
So you can see we've got
Spoiler and
58.
rudder test
We're not
guides.
even halfway through
Closed.
the checklist here.
Engine start switches.
TJ, you have it, yeah.
Off and guarded.
And what do you think of it?
Passenger signs.
Those that have it, TJ and others.
Wing anti-ice. Off.
I actually chose to not allow, so like by default, the shades go up and down depending on the light coming into the aircraft, and I actually turned those off.
Lights.
That was in the options as well. I do like the fact when you go back to the cabin, you're not
Set
hearing
to
the
normal.
co-pilot, just like you would be in real
Fuel
life.
dump chute. Closed. Galley power.
See, Tombstone
Turned on.
Kid says, I'm always going to check in when you're live. I appreciate that, buddy. I do.
Off.
I appreciate that. Boeing 777 says, awesome. I was asking another one in the 777 for one, but he didn't do it
Testing
for me,
fuel
so thank you.
quantity gauges.
Nice. DJ says, I like it. It was a free
Testing
upgrade.
fuel
I can't
pumps.
complain. Yes, that's awesome. I love it when they do that, TJ. They do the free upgrade. TJ, I meant to
Tested
download
and
your
off.
livery before I started the simulator, and I got in here, and I was like late to get going. We're a few minutes late. And I was like, oh, darn it, I forgot to get your American
Reserve
Airlines
tank
livery,
transfer
so
buttons.
apologize for that. We'll get it next time.
Closed. Engine 2 and 3 hydraulic shutoff. Closed. Engine 2 and 3 hydraulic pumps.
All right, running
It's
through
on.
that.
Checking hydraulic pumps and pressure. Tested and off. Engine bleed air switches. Off. Wing isolation valves. Open. Crew oxygen. 100% and on. Cockpit preparation checklist. Completed.
All right, so they got that completed. So we're going to call up ATC. And, of course, we got Sayintentions. So let me go ahead and call up Sayintentions. I'm going to let my co-pilot handle some of it, but I'm going to do some of the call-outs. So we're going to go to clearance delivery. And see if I can remember which button I have for this once it gets tuned in here. We're on 133.2, and we are online here, I think. Minneapolis clearance. SimFanatic 707, Charlie 30, IFR to Denver. Information Bravo ready to copy. See if they heard me. They got a whole new...
SimFanatic 707 cleared to Denver via the Or Sky 3 departure. Then as filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.7.
Oh, 180.
Squawk 6552. Expect runway 30 left.
Clear to Denver via the Orsky 3 departure. That is filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.7. Squawking 6552 and expecting runway 30 left for SimFanatic 707. All right. Let's make sure we got that set.
SimFanatic 707, read that correct.
6552.
127.925. Safe flight, sir.
I love the fact that with Sayintentions, like, you get a different voice like every time. The fact that we actually were traveling in a different part of the world, we were in a different country last time we did commercial flight, and we had the accents. It was a really heavy accent. I was having a hard time hearing it, but I just love that. I think that is a fantastic feature of Sayintentions. You got to love that product. All right, we're going to go through the before start. We're going to go ahead and let our co-pilot do the before start.
Checklist.
Or our flight engineer.
Battery switch. Turned on. Emergency exit lights. Armed. Passenger signs. On. Emergency flaps. Guard closed and off. Anti-skid switch. On. Spoiler and rudder test guards. Closed.
So that's going to run through, and we're going to go ahead and contact ground on 127.925.
Instrument source switch. Set to instrument. Attitude source switch.
And I mean, you can see, I mean, think about having to go through all of these checklists you see on the lower right hand of your screen.
Transponder.
And it's just nice if you don't want to learn. I mean, it's cool that you can learn all this stuff and do it if you really want to dive into it. But for a $10, $15 normal, I mean, it is 33% off right now. Do the math quick. But it is on sale for $10 right now.
Parking brake.
At least 2 days ago it was.
Rudder and aileron trim.
So, you know, for $10,
fuel boost pumps.
I'm surprised they added this, to be honest with you guys. For, you know, it's probably not a big money maker for them, but hopefully they make a little something more since they improved it.
Is open. Air conditioning is turned off.
Speaking of air conditioning, damn near feel like I need it.
Off. Start pressure. Available. Wheel well light is turned off. Beacon and navigation lights set and on.
Okay.
Wing isolation valves open. Engine starter guards is open. Before start completed.
Nice one, Bats. Thanks for that 27-month sport pilot, buddy. I used to be a banker, but I lost interest. Very, very good, my friend. There's another good dad joke I can take to tea.
I used to be a banker, but I lost interest.
Oh, man. You guys are just pouring it on thick with the dad jokes tonight. That's awesome, Bats. Thank you for that let's give it up, 27 months. Putting up with my sorry, bud. Appreciate it, Bats. And moderator, too. Appreciate that, buddy. All right, let's go ahead and call up ground. Minneapolis ground, SimFanatic 707, Charlie 30, ready for push and start. Actually, I'm a little early on that. Probably not. I think we're good. We're going to push back here. I wasn't early. I was actually fine there, wasn't I?
SimFanatic 707, Minneapolis ground, push and start approved. Tail northeast.
Push and start approved. Tail northeast, SimFanatic 707.
All right, my co-pilot's going to take in here. Okay, let's go ahead and do shift P for a pushback. By the way, I don't believe, somebody correct me, TJ, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but GSX is not compatible with this aircraft. I'm not 100% sure, but when I tried it last night, it didn't know the aircraft type. It was giving me an error. So, anyway, let's go ahead and push back. So we're just going to go old school, shift P. I love the startup procedure for these engines. Really easy, not difficult at all. Oh, you don't use GSX. Okay, TJ. Yeah, it gave me an error when I tried to use it last night. It's like, I can't find this aircraft type. I'm like, okay. Okie dokie. By the way, if you're wondering how to turn the chocks off, there's no option in the EFB to put the chocks off. You actually do it just like you would with any other native aircraft in 2024. You get out of the cockpit, get out of the aircraft, and remove them yourself. All right, so he's hooked up. Release the parking brakes. Oh, he's pulling back. Hey, hello! We need a push back here. He's like, I'm pushing this old bird back. Look at the McDonnell Douglas over there. At MD-11, beautiful. All right, let's try that again. There we go. All right, so we're ready to start the engines, and so this is how you do this. We're going to go up top here. It kind of feels like we're back in the DC-6 of the PMDG, but up here you got 4 engines, and the procedure is engine 3, 4, 2, 1. So we're going to start with 3, and we're going to pull this down, and then our co-pilot is going to call it out. We're going to look over at this panel right here. You're going to see the N1, nozzle 1. It's going to start firing up. We're looking down here at N2 percentage. Once that hits 15, we're going to give
15% N2, lever to start.
So we're going to go down here to start, push 3 up to start right there. And that's going to get her started. Nice sounds. I like the sounds of this aircraft. Again,
Oil
for
pressure
$15, $10 on sale right now, it's got good sounds. I haven't flown it enough to say if the good flight model is great, but... And so we're at 50% here coming up. And then we're going to do start on the fuel switch here.
50% N2, so lever to idle.
Lever to idle. I said start, but we go idle right here. So you just push that up. And here we got our throttles. And you can see over here, we also have our 4 throttle levers here from ProDesk Sim. And I did ask him, by the way, for the Boeing, especially since 777, if you're still around, because we're all waiting for that 747 from PMDG, right? Okay, so once that engine 3 is on, I'm going to go ahead and put my parking brake on. We're going to cover the engine guard, and we're going to go 4. Just pull that down, and it's the same process.
Engine start valve open.
Engine start valve open on the 4. We're going to watch that N1 start up and wind up. We're waiting for the N2 to hit 15. And the nice thing is the co-pilot tells you when to do what.
15%
So
N2, lever to start.
Lever to start on 4. And then you're going to hear that boom. There you hear it.
Oil pressure rising.
The other thing I like is we go outside here. I love the exhaust on this thing. Look at the exhaust. Engine exhaust on this looks amazing. And again, the sounds are incredible too. All right, we're approaching that 50% on the N2. 50% N2, lever to idle. And up top, we're going to put that guard down, and then we're going to do engine number 2. Engine number 2 coming on.
Engine start valve open.
Start valve open. N1's going to come up to 15, and we're going to hit start. How fun is it to do 4 engines?
15% N2, lever to start.
Lever to start. All right, here we go. Lever to start. There we go. Watching N2 right here. We're going to watch this needle come down to 50. When it hits 50, our co-pilot's going to tell us to go ahead and go to idle.
Starter release.
All right, we're getting close. And 50.
50% N2, lever to idle.
Lever to idle, up top again. And last engine here. Go do the guard over 2 and 1. Engine 1 coming live. Old school. You know, I was thinking about this earlier. We need to fly the Concorde. I have the Concorde, never flown it.
15% N2,
The
lever to start.
Start BA-146. I need to fly that one, don't I, guys and gals?
Attention all aircraft, information hotel is now current. Altimeter 29906.
Oil pressure rising. Starter release.
Coming up on 50 on N2. All right, 50%. We're going to go idle. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our flight engineer, and we're going to say after start. And we're going to run through that.
Start checklist. Engine start switches. Off and guarded.
See how easy it is, friends.
Engine start levers. Set to idle. APU bleed valve. Closed. Engine generators.
We're going to go outside. Check this out. Listen to those sounds. Look at the engine thrust. Nice detail on that. Actually, let's go ahead and do the drone camera.
Off.
For the full effect here. Look at that jet wash. They actually did a really good job on the jet wash. There goes Johnny. And this does have reversers, and I got the reversers working. At least I hope I do. All right. Did he complete the checklist? He did. We're going to be ready to taxi, so we got a call to Sayintentions, so let's go ahead and call up Sayintentions. Find my button here again. Minneapolis ground, SimFanatic 707, ready to taxi.
SimFanatic 707, runway 30 left, taxi via Bravo Alpha 1.
Runway left, Bravo, Alpha 1, SimFanatic 707.
All right, we got our, all right, 30, all right, we're ready to taxi, so I'm going to hit run on this. 14 for the taxi.
Lights. On. Essential power selector. Set to 3. Probe heat. Turned on. Transponder. On. Speed.
And I'm checking, making sure my transponder looks on.
Galley power.
I'm going to go over here. We're actually cleared to 4,000. I'm going to go ahead and do 8 because they usually do it fast enough that we should be, I'll go 10.
Flaps. Set to 14 and green lights.
And we can just hit altitude if we're not cleared to go above 4,000.
0.5.
I know it's not proper procedure. Taxi time is right, Boeing.
1.05. Taxi.
We got a little bit of a haze here. We're going to follow TJ Turner. All right, so he ran through that, and we're going to go ahead and close that, and we are ready for taxi. We got cleared for taxi. Everybody button down the hatches. Here we go. Here we go. Look at those big engines. Gotta love it. Just noticed my, I really gotta fix that. Hold on, my rudder pedals aren't working. Give me a minute. We had no tiller, we had no brakes. Do we have it now? Oh, there we go. I forgot to turn on the power on my USB port that I plugged into. That was almost a catastrophe. We go to the little windows down there for the controller. You can see on the lower right. Oh, shoot! I had Flight Link, and I forgot to start Flight Link! Oh, well. Actually, no, I had engines up. Damn it, I forgot to start Flight Link for the, Alright, I'm gonna start LRM. I'll close out of that. And I'll start LRM. Thanks, Bats. I totally forgot to start Flight Link. And I'm not gonna turn the engines off to start it. My bad. But I got LRM going though, bad, so at least record something.
707, contact tower on 126.7, safe flight.
Contacting tower on 126.7, SimFanatic 707. Minneapolis Tower, SimFanatic 707. Good afternoon, holding short 30 left, ready for departure.
SimFanatic 707, Minneapolis Tower, runway 30 left, wind 310 at 3. Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff.
Runway 30 left, winds 310 at 3. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff, SimFanatic 707.
All right, so we're going to go through a preliminary checklist here. So we're going to go back here before takeoff. Run.
Before takeoff checklist.
You're going to see him. He's going to put
Air
on
compressor
some of these lights
off.
here.
Coolant air valve selector. Set to temperature control. Pressurization mode selector. Set for takeoff.
Super easy.
Is set to
You know,
lock.
this aircraft would probably just, for me, would take too long to learn. I've got so many aircraft if I didn't have the flight engineer. So having the flight engineer making it this easy, and I don't have to freaking spend hours learning it,
Strobe lights on.
is kind of nice.
Landing lights.
Did he just open all the, look, he just pushed all these up. You probably want to do that in case you need to restart it when you get up in the air. That makes sense.
Completed.
All right, so that's completed. We'll bring that back up after takeoff. We did get cleared for takeoff, so let's go ahead and do this. Our landing lights should be on, and they are.
Approaching runway 30 left.
Oh, now we got TJ on the runway, and hey, cool guy, how's it going? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream where you came at a good time. We're just ready to take off. Hey, Pink's here too. We're ready to take off from Minneapolis to Denver, and we're going old school. We're flying back in time to the simpler days. Actually, more, much more complicated days with all the gauges and stuff, but good to have you here, man. Dalton looks like he got off in the MD-80. All right, friends, we are ready for Toga. Again, if you want to see the V-speeds, they're already, let's see if we go data cards and we can refresh this.
700 feet.
All right, and we should be ready to go. I'm going to trim this a little bit. Trim a little bit nose up. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and get the engine spooled up. %. Release the brakes, and here we go. Time for Toga. Reverse. Board takeoff here. What was that noise? I didn't get that last time. Are our flaps down? Up. Our flaps weren't down. He was supposed to put our flaps down.
Runway 30 left remaining. 9,200.
Yep, rejected takeoff there. I think we still have enough runway. We got enough runway. We can still do this. Okay. Let's try that again. Toga. All right, that's what it was. Flaps. All right, forward pressure on the yoke.
Takeoff power set. 80 knots.
Release that forward pressure. And they will. V1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive brake.
How's the rate gear up? Check out the smoke. Look at that smoke. You gotta love the smoke, friends.
SimFanatic 707.
I'm turning the volume's really high on this thing, though. The engines are really loud. And we're gonna aim for about 250 knots. We don't blow that. All right, clean up.
SimFanatic 707. Good afternoon. Climbing through 1,500 on our Sky 3.
SimFanatic 707. Departure. Radar contact. Climb and maintain 10,000. Turn left. Heading 210. Direct journey when able. Then own navigation.
We're gonna go ahead and go to climb power.
10,000. Left heading 210. Direct journey when able. Then own navigation.
Turning left to 210.
707.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. What do you think of that 777? I love the smoke. Turning 210. Heading to Journey here at the band. I do love it, yeah. You got to love it, buddy. All right, we're going about 210, so we're going to shallow out this turn here. So we make our way to Journey to...
SimFanatic 707. Climb and maintain 13,000.
13,000.
Maintain 12,000, SimFanatic 707.
13,000. Keeping it at that about that 250. And right here, what you can do is you can dial this thing over. So we can see if we dial that, we want to kind of, if we're going too slow, that white circle is going to be below us. And so you're kind of just aiming for that. Circle will be dead center there. Kind of like you're flying a ILS, but it's on your left.
Contact Minneapolis Center on 125.3.
Contacting Minneapolis Center on 125.3, SimFanatic 707.
Dear guests, we are now in the climb phase of our flight. The use of approved electronic devices is permitted in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly, and we are pleased to offer complimentary snacks and beverages during the flight.
We're going to skip over Manzi.
And blankets are available if you need them. The lavatories are located at the front.
Go direct Journey.
On behalf of all of us at SimFanatic Airlines, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Maintain flight level 200.
Flight level 200.
Climb and maintain flight level 200, SimFanatic 707.
There we go, 200. I wish the co-pilot could dial that in for us, though. I think that was Max Toga, wasn't it? Yeah. So we're actually hand flying this right now. Pretty easy aircraft to hand fly. We are above 10,000 feet. This is a different altimeter, as you can see, but we can go ahead and take the landing lights off. Actually, I want to retract that. So down, landing lights off. We're still focused right there. I got it pretty close to 250. We're going a little fast, but we're above the 10,000, so we're good. Just kind of aiming for the 250. 707 is one of my favorite classic airplanes, too, to be honest. Nice. All right, so how do you turn on the autopilot with this? Well, you do go down here. I had to figure this out, but you can go down here, and first you got to hit autopilot. And then once you do that, you can go nav, and actually my lights will show up on my Boeing Bravo throttle quadrant. And so now it's taken off, but you're still going to maintain your pitch control. And, we're probably going to be fine to get up to 380, I think. So I'm going to dial this in since my co-pilot's not going to do it for me. But usually ATC's out ahead of it, that we should be fine doing this and not get in trouble. Now that I say that, I'll get in trouble. Don't worry. We're going to just dial that. So here we got it. We got 2997, 1015 millibars.
At our 9 o'clock, about 11 miles out, you'll spot Air Lake
I really
Airport.
need to turn her off.
This airport opened in 1966 and is a hub for general aviation in the southern Twin Cities area.
Intercom, cabin
it's not
crew,
just a place
tour
for
guide.
small
Let's turn
planes.
tour guide off. There we go. I mean, I like the tour guide if you're doing a GA flight. You're just kind of hanging out. But for that sort of thing, just like, nah, I can do without the tour guide. I'm actually going to use our Ecobee in our house. It feels really hot in here. I don't know what the temperature is, but I'm starting to sweat. I'm working up a sweat here. So I'm actually going to, we have Ecobee. Oh, no wonder it's 74. We usually have it at 72. Whew, no wonder. See, and they're keeping ahead of us to keep us climbing out here. But I do like the sounds, like I said. Actually, they did a good job on the texture work of this plane. One thing I noticed is, like, look at these blocks on top of here. Anybody know what those are? Like, we go inside here, and we look out the left wing. You'll see there's these little blocks here. Anybody know what those are? I don't know if they're like there for icing or anti-icing, or if it's not some sort of sensor, I don't think. But kind of wondered if anybody knows what those are on the wing. But yeah, that's one of the things that the aircraft has a lot of sound. I mean, it's the volume of the engines are pretty high. Okay, so now we're climbing up. We're getting a little lower, but we're actually going fast because we're going about ground speed. I think we're at about 331 knots. Because you're obviously, as the air gets thinner, it's going to show you're going slower when you're actually going faster. So let's see. We're climbing through 24,500. This tape rolls down. You can see we're on nav mode here. And we got Johnny Mon, or no, that's Clamajamma. When did Clamajamma get in here? Something to do with the airflow. That's a good guess there, Bats. Hey, Trojan Wabbit's in the house. What's up, Trojan Wabbit? Everybody say hello to Trojan. Good to see you, sir. Welcome to the stream. My gosh, how hot is it in here? Hold on a second. I'm going to check. I've got a thermometer in here because it's just hot. Typical American. It's 77 degrees in here and I'm complaining.
SimFanatic 707. Climb and maintain flight level 380.
What's a Trojan Wabbit?
Climb and maintain flight level 380.
Oh, you said what's up, Trojan Wabbit? I thought you said what's a Trojan Wabbit, John. It's also a good question. Now, I don't know. You're all going to have to help me out when I'm coming on approach, top of descent, kind of compute that. Because you kind of go old school on top of descent, I think, with this. It's 83 in your room. Oh, my gosh, TJ. I'd really be sweating. Yeah, I guess I can't complain too much, can I, TJ? Looks like we have weather ahead, too. There's Clamajamma. And we're climbing we're at a pretty good rate. We're coming up at about 2,200 feet per minute. Go to standard pressure 29902. Thrust is looking good for a climb out. And this also has a weather radar too. If we run into weather, we'll have to check that out. Right here. SimFanatic, they create small vortices that keep the boundary layer airflow energized. Is that right? Thank you for that. Vortex generators. Thanks for that, Bats. Looking that up. That's good to know. I did not know that. TJ Turner says, I use the OFP to help me with my descent. It's a good plan. It's always a good plan, TJ. Well, you know what we got, TJ? We got Sayintentions, buddy. They're going to help us out, I'm sure. We got Sayintentions, so we can rely on ATC to tell us, too. They're always nice for vectoring, too, right? All right, we're going to climb up to 380. We're passing right now 32,000 feet. So we got 6,000 feet to climb. Again, good to have you, Trojan Rabbit. And Boeing 777 Cool Guy. I think everybody's getting ready for those of you that have school, getting ready to go back to school. We got to take our daughter back to school next week. So that'll definitely impact our live stream. It's not next week. I guess it would be next weekend. So not this coming weekend. We'll stream normally with our GA flight this weekend, but the weekend after we will not be streaming essentially a week and a half from now on that weekend. We will stream Wednesday, but not the following Wednesday. So we'll probably push that one to Thursday. That is ATS night. Hopefully it cools down in here. Might have to take my socks off. Oh, the horror. The horror. If I take my socks off. Well, Maple's not here, so I could do it. I could do it anyway. I don't care if Maple's here or not, but I just don't want him looking at my feet, you know, Bats. He's got that foot fetish thing. Oh, is he working? Is Maple? He usually works on... Doesn't he work on Wednesday nights now? But it's good to have you flying with us tonight, John. Maple's got to be in, you know, slaving to the grind so he can afford that PC he built. Johnny Mount says, yes, sir. Good to have you here with us, John. Turn and Burn, when did you hop in here? Welcome, Turn and Burn. Good to see you, brother. Let's go back inside, see how we're doing on... Ooh, okay, see how we're doing on our climb here and our speed. Now, if you want to shallow out, one of the things I want to mention, because it took me a little bit to figure it out, you don't want to use your trim wheel. If you use your trim wheel here, it'll disconnect your autopilot. Like, how the hell do you get this thing to trim down? So actually what you want to do is we want to enable our altitude hold. So we look down here, if I can remember where the hell it is, right here. Hit altitude on, and then what you can do is you can actually change this. And we're only like, I heard the ding thing, so I think we're 1,000 feet away. Yeah, so we're approaching 38,000 feet now, so I'm not even going to bother with it, but we're going to level out here. As you can see, aircraft is leveling out just fine. So she levels out right where she's supposed to, and of course that's based on your altitude setting right over here. So she leveled out at 38,000. And that's it, friends. We are up, and away. You know what? I forgot to do this. I forgot to use our flight engineer for... Oh, he already did it. No, he didn't. After takeoff, I never did that run. There we go. I forgot to do that. Whoops. Yeah, he closed the guards for the engines, so that's good.
Air compressor 3 on. After takeoff checklist completed.
That was the wrong switch?
Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck.
Oh, here. Yeah, you're right.
Cruising altitude.
I didn't need to hit that one. I don't think it did anything, though.
Service, which includes
but you are right.
Complimentary snacks along with soft drinks.
That was on the flight director.
Orange whips and our famous dino nuggets.
Thanks, TJ. Sleeveless Joe says you don't need to hit the hold on the flight director. Yeah, thank you.
After the service,
yeah, TJ just showed that I actually it automatically set here, so I didn't even have to turn this on.
At SimFanatic Airlines, sit back, relax, and enjoy the cruise.
But you do want to disable altitude if you want to start trimming down, but you don't want to use your trim wheel. I think I got that one right at least. Thanks, guys. She said Dino Nuggets. I know, isn't that awesome, Bats? That's awesome. Thank you, Del, for getting that put in there. Still trying to figure out where he did that at, but I don't worry about it. I have my moderators help me with that kind of thing. I have my virtual airline execs, which, by the way, I forgot to enable. I had FlightLink already connected, Bats, and everybody. I had FlightLink already connected. It was all ready to go, and I just forgot to freaking start before I started the engines. I was so excited to start these engines that I forgot. Oh, well. But you can see this does have a yaw damper. We got our landing lights off. I can see, who is that over there? Oh, Turnenberg. Turnenberg's going to do a flyby here, escorting us, I think. There he goes. There he goes. What are you in, Turnenberg? Almost looks like he's in a Cessna or something. Is that what he's in? Do you like the contrails too, by the way, with the 4 engines? That is cool. But like I said, the engines are really loud. Loud. Very, very loud. I'm telling you what, I don't know if it's been the weather or what it is, but I've just been like really tired lately. I don't know if it's work, if it's the weather, it's my age, John, I don't know. Maybe a little bit of column A, column B, column C, I don't know. Look up something here really quick for y'all. Sweating all day will do it, yeah. Previous message, please, Boeing 777S. It's retracted. Oh, one up above. SimFanatic, I've also been seeing your shorts of Who Let the Sims Out. They're funny. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like those. Yeah, did you notice our special guest for the one that we did in, speaking of Minneapolis and St. Paul, we were just there for, of course, Flight Sim Expo 777. Did you see our special guest there? Johnny, you're right. SimFanatic needs a weekend trip to Chicago. You got that right, brother. That is exactly what I need, man. I can't wait. I can't wait, John and Bats. John, I need to check with my brother, make sure he's still going. Got a skeeter bite. Ow. Damn mosquitoes. I wasn't at the expo, no, but I watched it online. But did you see the special guest online, 777? If not, you'll have to go back and watch. That's awesome. I'm glad you like it. You know, we've been doing that 777 as a tradition since we were at Houston 4 years ago for the first Flight Sim Expo. We all got together. Tony Beto is in the house. Tony, how's it going, man? Hopefully you're doing well. Your family's doing well. It says, morning, Sim. Morning, everyone from Perth, Western Australia, mate. Working from home today, so working and watching you. Appreciate that, Tony. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thanks for joining us this live stream. Dude, you're not cruising. You're actually working today. I thought your job was to cruise. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us even while you're working. A lot of you do that. John does that. A lot of you do that. Good to see you, man. Yeah, so I asked our friends over at ProDesk Sim if they would send the lever set for the... They have one for the 747 Queen of the Skies. Boeing 777, you'll have to get that. And then they actually did an email blast with our video on the review of the fuel box, which is kind of cool. And they sent me a message like, hey, SimFanatic, did you see that we did the email blast with your video? And they did. I was like, that's awesome.
Drink or a small snack?
Wait, I gotta... wait, where's my... yes, I'll take a orange whip, and why don't you give me another orange whip and the steak sandwich? I was going to say...
SimFanatic 707, say again.
Oops, I did the wrong one. I called that to ATC. Oh my gosh, embarrassing. I don't even remember what button I have mapped to the stewardess. I just asked ATC for 2 orange whips and a steak sandwich. You supposed to fly it up to me, guys? God. I don't remember what I have that mapped to. But I do notice if I flip between outside and inside, it takes a little bit, unlike the PMDG and the Phoenix, I don't know this for sure, but I'm going to say based on my last 2 flights with this aircraft, it does take I think it takes a little bit more resources than the PMDG and the Phoenix does, which is odd because those are a lot more involved study level aircraft. But I have noticed if I go outside for a bit and then I go back in, it takes a little bit for it to load. And I thought that might be the EFB, but maybe it's not. So I'll be interested to see when we come into Denver, because I do have the payware edition of for Denver, and it was chopping a bit last night. So I'm a little skeptical on the resource use of this aircraft in terms of computer resources, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm streaming it. Yep. But last night, Sleeveless, I wasn't streaming it, and it was happening to me. So and I don't normally have that with the PMDG or the Phoenix or other aircraft for that matter. I just noticed it with this thing. Unless my simulator was updated and something happened, but yeah. Oh, that's not what you meant. Oh, shit. Thank you. Thank you, TJ. Thank you. No auto throttle on this thing. So, thank you, TJ. So, I got to slow it down a little bit. And actually, we probably want to go... probably right around... Just to give us a little bit of margin of error. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate that. Probably about right there. Keep that in the circle in the middle there. So you notice when I get this yellow diamond set, here's our airspeed, and we get that dialed in, and that gives us kind of a target to shoot for. Thank you, TJ. You're right. I almost did overspeed. Here, this is for you, buddy. Some first officer emojis there for you. The hell, I got all bit up. I got 2 mosquito bites right on my freaking ankle. One on my left, one on my right. That's the worst place to have a mosquito bite.
SimFanatic 707. Contact Minneapolis Center on 128.675.
See, my co-pilot's running right now.
Contacting Minneapolis Center on 128.675, SimFanatic 707.
See if he dials it in. And... there, he just did it. Now I'll call to them. 0.9 ain't bad.
Minneapolis Center, SimFanatic 707. Good afternoon. Maintaining flight level 380.
Had a little bit of thrust there.
707, Minneapolis Center. Good afternoon.
So we got quite a ways to go. If you look here, because you can see, because I don't have my big noggin in the way. So we're actually Z. We're approaching. That's where we're doing our transition, and then we're going Howry, then to KD57A to Cougar. And Othie, I always want to call that Olathe, because any of you around Kansas City area, I got family in Olathe, so I first look at that, it looks like Olathe. I got to remember to activate our approach before, so between Cougar and Othie to activate it, so somebody remind me to do that, because I'll probably forget. Hey, Clam Jamma. Clam Jamma is going to give us an escort with the... what is he flying there? Is that the F-14? Looks like an F-14. Okay, let me catch up with you, Sleeveless. Okay, so you say where PMDG and Phoenix is, you can, however, install this aircraft and that rendering thing goes away. What? Oh, I missed what you said. Let me see. As in the aircraft is not installed. Oh, because I'm streaming it. Oh, thank you, Sleeveless. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, this is in the marketplace. Oh, man, that's got to be it. Okay. Hey, man, here, 4 first officer emojis going out to Sleeveless. Thank you, Sleeveless. I got to remember to do that, my friend. Thank you for saying something. I would have never even thought that. I would have never thought of that. I'll download it. Thank you. That makes total sense. You know, usually when there's a thing that's happening, there's usually a reason why, right, Sleeveless? Thank you, brother. I'll have to remember that after I get done with the stream tonight, otherwise I'll just completely forget. Now, what do you guys want to see for our next commercial flight? I'll do a poll in YouTube, and I'll throw out there the BA-146 I'll think about I don't know. Is there much interest? Tell me in chat. Is there much interest for me flying the Concorde? I mean, is that something like bridge under the water? Oh my God! Is that like water under the bridge or bridge under the water? Big flood. I don't know if people are really interested in the Concorde anymore. You know, I mean, obviously when it first came out, or maybe the BAE 146 for that matter. You guys got to tell me in chat if you'd like to see. I'm trying to mix up the aircraft, but of course then I got to learn them before I stream. At least have somewhat familiarity. I don't completely learn them, truth be told. Can you tell? SimFanatic, I've got the 747 attachments too, and all the Boeings from the 737 onwards all the way to the 78. Nice. Nice, Boeing 777. That's beautiful. And now we got turn and burn. So I've got 2 escorts here. Oh, he's flying the Legacy 500. That's what he's flying. Just saw that with the tag on that aircraft. I guess the next question I have is, how many of you have chase plane? I'm thinking about getting chase plane for the 3D effects and for the flyby. But there's a few flyby add-ons. I know I talked about this before, but kind of thinking about that. Yeah, I have a stupid amount of time in this aircraft now. Nice, Sleeveless. I might need your help on top of descent, man. I mean, I usually like do a calculation, or we'll just rely on ATC. Dude, I'm so lazy. I'm so used to the Phoenix, the A320, and the PMDG 73s, and the 777 that it's just like, oh, top of descent. Okay, click the button. Or don't even click the button with the Boeing. And the flight management computer just takes over. So now we might actually have to do math or something. Boeing 777 says, SimFanatic, are we going to be in the 777 again soon? There was a route I requested to Luton. Is it Luton? It's Luton, right? Luton to Milan. How do you pronounce that? Malpensa? I missed that, man. I'm going to have to, maybe. You got to tell me how long a flight that is. Is that a long-haul flight? Sleeveless Joe says, might be wise. I'm learning C# to maybe build an on-demand top of descent calculator for this thing. Dude, that would be amazing. If you do that, you're going to have to let me know, man. That'd be awesome. So you're a coder, Sleeveless, huh? Are you an IT? Boeing 777 says it's like under 2 hours. Oh, I could do that. I could do that. We don't even have to have a reason for that one, Boeing 777, right? Nope, not an IT. Just is figuring it out. He's going to use AI to help him with that, and I'm sure you can do it, Sleeveless. That'd be cool, though. Top of descent calculator would be awesome. Top of descent is in Einen. Okay, thank you, TJ. TJ, are you flying at flight level 380? That'd be good to know. Yes, absolutely using AI. Why not, right? Why not? You're at 360. Okay, so we're going to have to start ours a little before. No big deal. Maybe just like a minute before you go. Maybe a minute too. Maybe we'll plan on a minute till we get to Einen and start our descent. I got a quick scratch in this damn mosquito bite, or I'm going to go freaking insane, fellas. We got to be careful, though, of the very short runway at Luton. So because we'll be in the 300 ER, we need max toga, and lots of flaps, yes. Flaps 40, bro. Right? Flaps 40. You guys all know it's flaps 40 these days. That and ball bearings. And I'm actually going to do the RNAV approach, RNAV-Y for runway 34 right. And so if you notice, if I scroll here and we go down here, you're going to notice it doesn't have like our RNAV all the way in. It has a line there, but Because our RNAV should be at B free and then all the way in. But if we go to flight plan here, go to a flight plan, we're not going to see B free. I don't think. Yeah, so we don't see. Oh, there it is. We got to activate approach. So that initial approach. Okay, it's there. It wasn't there for me last night. Okay, I'm drunk. I'm not really, by the way. Actually, I'm on my second orange whip. Who's got the top hours today? Let's see. Hey, bada. So wing, Kennedy. Let's see. Bats did the top hours. Let's see. Top hours is to Bats, of course. That's why he did it. I'm on to you, Bats. Number 2 is Maple, who isn't here because he's working, being a responsible adult. CP65 at 3. Nice CP. Captain Howdy in at number 4. Number 5 is Silver Killer, who can't be here tonight. He is taking care of family, which is good. BB is in at 166.17, dropping down the list. Johnny Mon, you're going to soon, 7 hours, dude. You're going to be over that number. And then TJ Turner. TJ, nicely done, guys. Nice. Nicely done, people. Uh-oh, 777's dropping the points. That could be a different story. Now, this is the one where you guys don't try to, like, scare the shit out of me when I'm on approach, because you use up your points if you you do the explosion. So let's see who has the points. I think you got the right command there. I'm not seeing it pop up, though, with our chat bot. Do exclamation commands. It might be in there. Yeah, Howdy is not on the list. I know. He uses that too much. Uses that one all the time. That says to look up. I'm looking up. I see the sun. Hey, Pink, what's up, man? Says, hey, yo, how's everyone? How's it going, hey, Pink? I saw you in the simulator. Somebody type in exclamation commands in chat. Exclamation commands. There it goes. Top points just worked. It just took it a while to think about it. All right, Johnny Mon at top points. Nice. Then BB, then Bats, then Maple Leaf, then Matey. CP65's on that leaderboard. TJ Turner as well as Proctus and the real CFF number 9. Nice, guys. Nice. Johnny, you aren't using that point. You're being kind of stingy with those points, brother. Oh, was it top? Somebody type in top. Oh, I see it. Bats typed in top. Got it. Okay. Well, just keep working at it, Boeing 777. We appreciate you being here, but you gotta show up more if you want to get those points racked up. But I know not everybody can always join, and that's okay. Johnny says I'm selfish with them. That's okay, brother. Me too. I don't know. I'm not even on the leaderboard, so I don't get points. I don't know. Only makes sense. The shape of that wing, John. The shape of that wing. Bluebird 757 next month, 777. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I got to reach out. I got the guy's card. I think he was the head developer. I got his card during Flight Sim Expo in, I think it was Vegas. And so I'm going to have to dig that one out and connect with them and see if I can't get him in here for an early preview. He promised me an early preview. Thank you for the reminder. I'm going to have to reach out. Bats or Johnny, somebody tell me, DM me and remind me to do that. Remind me to reach out to Bluebird. This is the Bluebird. I'm Slappy. This is the Bluebird. We are flying at flight level 380. Over. Anybody get the reference? Who's the Bluebird? Who's Slappy? Come on, somebody's got to know that movie. Who knows that movie? John, you got to know that movie, man. This is the Bluebird. You got to do like a deep voice, like Slappy. Make the controllers believe that you're older than 16. Nope, not airplane. Good guess, but not airplane. Boeing 777 says, honestly, excuse me, honestly, the PMDG 747, Bluebird 75, 76, and Vector 78 are what I'm looking forward to. Hard to believe with a name like Boeing 777 United and Air Canada fan that you'd be a Boeing fan. There it is, real CFF. Let's give that guy the silver dollar. It's Iron Eagle, and it's Chappie. Oh, it's not Slappy. Chappie. No, it's not Chappie. Chappie is the guy that he flies with. Slappy is the guy at the bar that has the deep voice. Chappie's telling him to be like, do the low voice. Not to, potato it. I absolutely love Boeing. Oh, I know you do, dude. I know. This I know, brother. But you did get the movie right, real CFF. Yeah, Chappie was telling him to do the low voice, but he was doing the low voice of Slappy, the guy at the bar. Remember? He's like, "This is the Bluebird." He's like, "You got to have a deeper voice," and he's like going through it with him, and he's like Slappy, you got to do the low voice, and then he does it. Real CFF is questioning my movie knowledge. I'll defend that any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Obviously, I spent too much time wasting my time watching movies, especially 80s movies. Although 80s movies, those are like the best, right? 80s music, not so great. Sorry, Mrs. SimFanatic. 80s music, not so great. 80s movies, however, fantastico. Weird Science, Ghostbusters, Iron Eagle, Caddyshack, did that come out in the 80s? Or was that the late 70s? No, real CFF, I know. But you go back and watch it because he says you got to have a lower voice. Chappie is telling Doug. I'm not arguing that fact. But Chappie's telling Doug to do lower, and he says, do low like Slappy. Maybe you missed that. But then Doug does that. This is the Bluebird. It's the voice of the guy at the bar that is Chappie's friend, and I think his name is Slappy. Boeing 777 says, SimFanatic, need to get my room overhauled too. So once everything is set with PC and everything, I'll send some pictures. That sounds great. Turn and Burn says, love the 80s. Yeah. You gotta love the 80s. Wow, Weird Science. Oh, yeah, man, we're really aging ourselves. We are, aren't we? Ugh. I know. Look at these wrinkles, right? Well, you can't see my eyes, so that's why, truth be told, that's why I wear sunglasses. It makes me look like 10 years younger. And it can also, for you young folk, it make you look 10 years older. It works both ways. It's kind of weird. Like that. Are we really that old? Nah. 777 says, watch me fly the 747 when that thing drops. Oh, yeah. Watch us all fly that thing, 777. We're all going to be flying that. I bet real CFF will even pick that one up. All right, we're turning and burning, turn and burn. We're turning and burning. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. We are at cruise. I think it's a good time to take a little break. I need to refresh my eggnog, if you will, and I think you all know what that means. And we'll call it about, let's call it 9 to 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're going to see me try to land this thing. We'll see how it goes. See what I get on landing rate monitor, along with the rest of yes. All right, friends, I'll be right back, friends. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. Go get yourself an orange whip of your choice.
SimFanatic 707, contact Minneapolis Center on 119.525.
Contacting Minneapolis Center on 119.525, SimFanatic 707. Minneapolis Center, SimFanatic 707. Good afternoon at flight level 380.
SimFanatic 707, Minneapolis Center, good afternoon.
SimFanatic 707, expect a Class 5 arrival. OAATA's transition. Prepare to descend in roughly 20 minutes. Just say the word if you'd like to start down earlier.
Expecting Class 5 arrival, Oath transition.
Okay, about 20 minutes to our top of descent. So that's what's nice about ATC. So I'm setting my Garmin watch right now. Thanks, everybody, for sticking around. Back with you. Hopefully you all got your orange whips and you're ready to go for the rest of the show. Good to see you, Tommy Hughes. How's it going? Let's give a shout out to Tommy Hughes in chat, people. Welcome, Tommy. Good to see you. Tommy says checking in along with Captain Howdy. Captain Howdy's in the house. Welcome, Captain Howdy. We were just talking about you not that long ago about how you spend all your points scaring the crap out of me when I'm on approach. Don't do that to me tonight. I'm gonna need my full attention on this approach and landing, Captain Howdy. Good to see you, Captain Howdy and Tommy Hughes and all the rest of you. Thanks for joining tonight for our inaugural flight back to the golden, well, not really the golden age, maybe the golden age of jetliners. Look at that very flat land as we make our way over to Denver, as we're going to be flying into Denver and seeing how this approach turns out. What did I miss? You missed a great takeoff. We aborted takeoff just prematurely. I didn't have my flaps down. And but I'm going very old school along with this Boeing aircraft here tonight, Captain Howdy. I've got just my standard honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant with the 4 levers. Of course, they don't look like the Boeing levers because I don't have the 4. I have the 4 for the levers that come with the honeycomb, but they're like little dainty, little tiny levers, you know. Be a little embarrassed to use them. But we're using that, and then you can see I've got the TCA Boeing yoke right here. We're using the TCA Boeing yoke, and then we've got the TPR. So we're kind of doing the Thrustmaster Bravo. This, guys and gals, this is all my original equipment that I purchased myself, and I've had this stuff for quite some time. I actually...
SimFanatic 707, good afternoon at flight level 380.
SimFanatic 707, Denver Center, good afternoon.
But anyway, using like some of my original gear, just with the airliner here, going very basic and old school with the setup tonight. Nothing super fancy, but nonetheless, I still, you know, there's some influencers that are like, do away with the TCA Boeing yoke, do away with the, you know, the Alpha Flight Controls and all the other stuff because of the Moza AY90, which I do agree, do away with the Alpha Flight Controls. That's a no-brainer if you're debating getting the AY90 from Moza. But I actually really do like the TCA Boeing yoke and the pendular action. I love, sorry about my feet. I had to take my socks off. I was really getting kind of hot. But anyway, these are still my favorite rudder pedals. Of all the rudder pedals I've used the Virpil, and I've used, you know, I've used the Virpil. I've got the Orion from WINCTRL, which are really good. The Orion Airliner edition for the Airbus from WINCTRL, really good as well. I've got the Virpil. You can't beat the TPRs. I'm sorry, but the TPRs are still overall my favorite rudder pedals. They're pricey. I don't even know what they are right now. Somebody'd have to like look it up and see how much the TPR pedals from Thrustmaster. I still think that's one of their best products they've made for flight simulation. Boeing 777 says, SimFanatic, let's fly the 707 again at some point. Been enjoying it despite the lack of dual starts, slowing it down. Yes, my friend. I do like this plane. And again, friends, you can pick this up for $10. $10 right now. It's on sale from the marketplace. And, you know, I definitely think it's worth $10. You can't lose $10. Especially now that they have the flight engineer and you can have it run through that. And speaking of, somebody remind me to use the flight engineer, because when I did my practice flight last night, I forgot. Here's our flight engineer. So you can do the cockpit preparation before start, after start, taxi before takeoff, and after takeoff. We still have the descent prep and the approach before landing, after landing, shutdown, and secure. That definitely helps. It definitely helps. Captain Howdy says, until someone makes a pendulum force feedback, nothing beats the Thrustmaster pendulum for commercial planes. Exactly. And actually, Captain Howdy, I agree. The other thing I would say is I like the pendular TCA Boeing yoke for even the GA planes that have the pendular type yokes, right? Some of the older aircraft will have a pendular type yoke. And even in GA, some of those aircraft I'll fly with this TCA Boeing yoke. I agree, though. It is a great piece of hardware. I think Thrustmaster really did a good job with that and the TPR pedals for sure. You can't lose with either of them. All right, so we got KD57A. We're about 27 nautical miles if I get my head out of the way. You can see right down here we got about 26 miles. What we're looking for is Otha, and we will be making our approach there. And then for our approach, that'll be at Be Free, and that'll be our RNAV-Y for Be Free. And that'll come if we go back here and look in our maps. So we got that, and then Kuga, and then we go Othi, and then we have Einen, and I think that's where TJ said he's at flight level 360. We're at 380. Right over here you can see, and it's a little different tape here, but we're at 380, as you can see here. We'll start our top of descent at that point. Thank you, TJ. And then when we get over here, we'll have Be Free kind of like starting here. So Ebler and then Be Free. I think that all makes sense. Let's just double check that. Ebler and Be Free. Yeah, okay, so it says Ebler and that man's EQ. If you've seen that before, what that stands for, you won't see this is not a waypoint. This means manual sequence. Usually you're looking for ATC to drive you in. We got 10,000 feet, 9,000 feet. And then that's going to be when we want to activate our approach for Be Free. So as long as I don't have my head up my butt, making sure we don't miss that, we should be good. We should be good. But, so somebody tell me, because I know I'll forget. A220 flight when? Great question. I have yet to pick up that aircraft. And I heard that since they've done several updates to it, you all tell me if that's true, that I&I builds did improve that aircraft. It got kind of a bad rap when it initially came out. I think there was a memory leak, some other bugs and things with that aircraft, but I think they got it in a good spot now. I know a lot of you like the A220, including you, Captain Howdy. And I was ready to pick it up right away, but then I started seeing like all the problems with it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait for the developers and I&I builds to get that plane ready for really a real release, in my opinion. And it sounds like it's there, if not close. Yes, it's on update 5. Nice. So definitely one in the repertoire, if you will, Captain Howdy. For a future live stream. And Captain Howdy, I did mention that I do plan on, before our next commercial flight, putting out there a poll in YouTube and in our YouTube channel for what you all would like to see for the next commercial flight. You know, trying to mix it up a little bit like we're doing tonight with the 707. And maybe we'll fly... You know, maybe we'll fly the A220. Maybe we'll fly the BAE 146. Maybe the Concorde, or maybe something different. We haven't flown the A380 in a long time either. And then Boeing 777 was asking when we're going to do the 777. And so, you know, I'm going to do a poll. Probably do like a pick of 4 planes. And then you can all tell me what plane you'd like to see me fly, and what plane you'd all like to fly with me on an upcoming commercial flight. Again, I mentioned this before, but this does have an INS system. So if you want to really go old school and use the inertia system, you can do that with this plane. Truth be told, in full transparency, I'm not familiar with doing that, and so I didn't have enough time to learn it, so that's why we're doing the Garmin. You know, as you can see down here, we're using the Garmin tonight. And that's kind of nice if you're familiar with the Garmin, because then you can just hop in this thing and fly it. And I do like it when you have that option, whether it's realistic or not. It's kind of nice to have that. I myself wish they would have done the GTN 750. I don't know why they wouldn't do a GTN 750 there rather than the 530 GNS. But maybe it's a licensing thing. I don't know. But you wouldn't think it was a licensing thing because we got the GTN 750 right over here. So, I don't know. I think the A220 got a bad rap because it is not really an Airbus. Its systems require learning, especially in ILS landing. People don't like hard planes, yeah. Maybe they don't like hard planes or they just don't have time to learn them, you know, whatever it is. But, yeah. I'm definitely intrigued by the A220, though, Captain Audi. I do think it's probably one of those planes to consider. How many in chat have the A220 that Captain Howdy is referring to? I'm kind of curious if many of you have that plane and what you think of it. For those of you that did take the plunge and purchase the aircraft, is it worth it? And the aircraft is what, $50 or something like that, Captain Howdy? I can't remember how much it is. The other interesting thing is I&I Builds decided to go completely with the the MSFS marketplace. So you don't buy their aircraft on their, I don't think you can buy their aircraft anymore on their website. I think you have to go to Marketplace now in Microsoft Flight Simulator to get the I&I Builds aircraft. And there was something about them having troubles with pirated versions or something like that, which could be the case. So they decided, no, screw this. We're going to go to the Microsoft Marketplace. And the thing I don't like about the Marketplace is, for one, if you like warbirds, they don't show weapons, which that one's so stupid to me. It's like, really? You're not going to show weapons on a military aircraft because it's on the Marketplace? I think the kids can handle it. I think they can handle seeing bombs and missiles that are, like, not real, and they're just depicted on the plane. I mean, it is real life. That's so stupid in my opinion. Like, that to me makes no sense. But the other thing the real thing I don't like about the Marketplace really isn't that. It's more so that you got to wait for updates. So like a lot of times you'll get the there you go. Thank you. Who did that? It had to be Captain Howard. Yep, it was Captain. No, it was CP that time. CP did the explosion for the bombs. Again, thank you, Real CFF, if you're still here. For the $5 dono. Richard Clark says, greetings, everyone. Richard, you're going to make me come on to Facecam again. Richard, good to see you. Everybody shout out in chat to Richard Clark. Good to see you, Richard. Thanks for joining the stream tonight. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Thank you for joining and for saying hello. It's always great when you guys get into chat and you talk to each other. I mean, it's great you ask me questions and stuff, but it's definitely good to see you. Johnny says, that is correct, and these same kids are playing COD and BF6. Exactly, John. Exactly. Like, what is going on? It's not like Microsoft Flight Simulator is made for, 4 to 8 year olds. It's like, come on. It's the stupidest thing ever. And the thing is like people that go and buy the warbirds and then they expect to see like the depiction of like an armament of their warbird they just forked over a bunch of money for, and then it's not there. Why? Because it might make people feel, I don't know. What are they going to feel? Sensitive, I guess, maybe. I don't know. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. Can't show like bombs and armaments on a military aircraft because you're buying it through the Marketplace, and we got to be careful what parents and kids think. But yet, GTA 6 is available. I almost coughed there, by the way. Yeah, you can buy GTA, you can buy Call of Duty like John says, or Battlefield, but oh my gosh, we got to not show frickin' an aircraft with armaments. Makes a ton of sense. Doesn't really. It doesn't at all. Doesn't. Yeah, GTA 6, that's another one. Exactly. Yeah, go buy GTA 6. We'll allow that on the marketplace, but by God, we're not going to allow a military aircraft to show bombs on it. The hell? You know, I truly believe that the smarter we get, the dumber we get as a society, right? It's like, where is the common sense? The common sense has just gone out the window. It's like, oh, you know, there's no logic, I guess is where I'm getting at. There's no logic. All right, we're coming up to Olathe, and we're going to get to Einen, and we're going to begin our descent in about 4 minutes or so, friends. TWRX42 is now following me on Xbox. I better be on my best behavior. Thank you for that. I assume you are on the live stream and are following along, watching. Thank you. Common sense equals bye-bye. Henceforth, John, we will say common sense is Total Bastard Airlines. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You guys have seen that Saturday Night Live skit, right? Great skit. Welcome to Total Bastard Airlines. You know what? I think, John, we missed our mark on that one. It shouldn't have been SimFanatic Airlines. It should have been Total Bastard Airlines. I got that notification too. Who is that? I have no idea, TJ. That's interesting. Sleeveless Joe says, wasn't there a big issue with that Baby It's Cold Outside song a few years back, yet the song of the year was, yeah. Do the bye-bye. Bye-bye. See, Richard Clark knows what I'm saying. He's seen it. Johnny says, we missed our calling, apparently. Yeah. Runway 34 right is correct. We're doing the RNAV-Y runway 34 right bats. Yep. You are correct, my friend. Correctamundo. You are right. As usual. I'm no runway, how do you say it? Runway matician bats, but I do believe you're correct on 3-4 right, John? Yeah. It's an inside joke, by the way, guys. That was during the Providence, wasn't it? Providence. It was, John was like, I'm no mathematician, but Richard Clark. But knock knock. Who's there? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Captain Eddie says, stop and descent. By the way, I almost got freaked out. I was on my bike ride Monday. I took Monday off. And I got an apparent notification that I had 2 copyright strikes on the channel. I'm like, what the flop is this? And it was a phishing scam. And it looked completely legit. It looked like it came from YouTube, even the URL and the email address. But it wasn't from no reply, so I had my suspicions. But it wanted me to authenticate, and I'm like, fuck no, I'm not going to, excuse my language, but I'm not going to authenticate. So I got home, I brought up the computer, I looked, and I had no claims on my dashboard. I'm like, okay, something is stinky in fishing land here. Rotten fish, if I would say. But watch out for that, friends, because fishing is a real big problem right now at work. I mean, they're catching people that are in IT. I mean, they're making stuff look super legit. So don't fall for anybody that is asking now for codes. They'll be like, okay, do this and do the code, and they have people on the ready. So when you do your code, they intercept it, and it all looks legit. So be extremely careful right now, even more so than you used to do with. I mean, you're not even giving your password anymore. But what they do is they intercept your code. You know, you do 2-factor authentication, and they can even. There's things where they can intercept that, and you can do the code because they redirect you to what you would think is YouTube or wherever, and it really isn't. And I was like, and I even contacted YouTube, because if you are a creator, you can get them online and chat. And I'm just being double careful I don't have something I'm not seeing as a strike. And they're like, nope, your channel's good. I'm like, okay. So just important safety tip, friends. Don't fall for that crap. But it had me freaked out for a minute because it all did look legitimate. YouTube, everything. Even though, you know, like it used to be, you could tell a scammer or a fisher because their English was bad. Now they're all using AI. And they use AI for stuff that comes from YouTube or from any of your bank companies or anything. So it all looks exactly like you would normally get from these companies. No misspellings, no fragmented English. It all looks legit. So be extremely careful nowadays. Boeing 777. Hey, Mustang 302's in the house. Let's give it up to Mustang. We got 31 in here right now. Friends, thanks for joining us tonight. Be careful of those bad actors. Now, you might say, Sim, you're a bad actor. You know, you throw out corny jokes and you do a SimFanatic shuffle from time to time. And sometimes you're even hacking on a piece of hair from your wig. I'm not talking about that kind of bad actor. You know what I'm talking about, friends. Good to see you, Mustang 302. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream, brother. We're about to start our top of descent here. My son just got home. T just got home. Let's go ahead and start our descent down. I'm going to call it out. Let's call ATC here really quick. Denver Center, SimFanatic 707 requesting descent.
SimFanatic 707, descent via Clash 5, OA takes transition into Denver. Denver is operating south. Altimeter 3011.
Descent. Post transition into Denver. Altimeter 3011.
Forgot I had my dude on. So we're going to go ahead and start our descent now before I forget. By the way, this doesn't work with the Alpha Bravo, the altitude. So, like, if I do this and I go to altitude and I try to do down, I'm actually surprised it doesn't work with this being a built-in aircraft. But so now, if we want to begin our descent, here's the key. You want to turn off altitude. And so once you turn that off, I did on the honeycomb, as you can see. What you're going to do is you're going to, for this aircraft, you're going to go down here and you're going to do down right here. So we're just going to give this a couple clicks up. We're going to see this start descending, and we're going to want to make sure we're not overspeeding. So I'm just going to pull the throttle out a little bit, slow her down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude and are now beginning our approach to Denver International Airport. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. The use of the lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your
probably do about maybe 1,500 feet per minute, maybe one more click. Get this down to about 1,800 if you look over here. This is our vertical speed, so about 1,800 feet. That's about 1,800 feet per minute. It's probably a good... it's going to be probably a good one to aim for. TJ Turner, have you begun your descent yet? Boeing 777 says, SimFanatic, I'll need to hop off here as it's really late and I need my rest. So I'll catch you later in another stream. Hey, 777, good night, blue skies. Here's some blue skies for you, 777. Everybody give 777 some blue skies if you got them, or whatever emoji. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining tonight. We'll get one of those flights in a 777 soon enough. Real CFF says, can you move your landing gear handle to the off position? Oh, yes. Thank you, CFF. The real deal, the real CFF. There we go, off. Thank you, CFF. He's such a guy. He's such a good guy. Appreciate it, buddy. As we begin our descent into Denver International. Man, for $10, what do you think, Real CFF? $10 for this plane? Good deal? I think so. TJ Turner says, yes, I have. I'm behind you now. Okay. I must have went to ludicrous speed, TJ. All right, Bats is parked at runway 34 right, ready to judge. Real CFF says, don't want you to waste all of your hydraulic fluid if you have a leak. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. CFF says not bad at all on the 707. Yeah. For $10. $10 on sale right now, friends. You can get it for $10. Don't miss the sale. 33% off. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. It's a fully rebuilt system and flight deck. It's got multiple configurations. It's actually got a cargo and passenger capability. Navigation-wise, we're using the GNS, but it also has the classic, and we talked about it, the inertia system, the Civa INS, the UNS-1 for more modern RNAV operations. It's got a autopilot and dual flight directors rather than simply adapting a modern Boeing autopilot. The virtual flight engineer, I think, is the biggest improvement. Deep electrical simulation, including generator frequency synchronization before electrical sources can be tied onto the bus. That is a representative of the extra crew workload of this generation of aircraft. That's why we have 3 pilots in here, a.k.a. the flight engineer. Detailed pneumatic and pressurization behavior is included. Water injection. Oh, I forgot to do the water injection on takeoff. I forgot about that. Oh, man. It's even got directional gyro drift. I'm reading some of the specs on this. Directional gyro drift and RDR1. We talked about that weather radar. I almost said weather radar. Read. And it definitely is available in the career mode of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. For those of you that have time to do career mode, who has time to do career mode other than Maple Leaf? Captain Aviation, how's it going? Good to see you, Captain Aviation. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. TJ Turner says, I was only at Mach 0.80. Oh, okay. Oh, 0.80. I need to check my Navigraph shots and see exactly what is our intercept here for our RNAV approach. At least our initial check down, if you will. Did I say check down? I did say check down. Yes. Oh, we're gonna have a tailwind now. I've just got a recent weather report. We're looking at 8 knots, tailwind at 3-4 right. We'll be fine. We'll be just fine. Let me select the RNAV Y. We're doing the RNAV Y 3-4 right with B free transition and or initial approach fix, if you will, after Ebler. And then right into 3-4 right for a perfect landing. That's what I'm anticipating. A perfect landing, Captain Howdy. What do you think? What do you all think? Captain Howdy, everybody else? Perfect landing right here? Are you kidding me? Do you know me? Yeah. I don't think that's happening. But I'll give it one hell of a try. I'll give it one heck of a try, friends. Finally cooling down in my studio just a degree or two. It's either that or the orange whips I keep drinking. I don't know. What a bird for $10? $10. Who gave me the tip on, who was it that gave me the tip to download this? Because I'm streaming it, so it takes a little time to go back and forth. Who was that? I forget. Where are we headed, Captain Aviation? We are on our way to Denver International Airport, my friend. Real CFF says, Captain Howdy, the off position shuts off hydraulic pressure to the gear actuators. If you have a hydraulic leak in the gear lines, you drain out all of your fluid in the system. I hate it when I drain all my fluid, by the way. But that's for another time. The up locks keep the gear... what do you say? The up locks keep the gear retracted. Oh. Hell, I didn't even know that. Thank you, Real CFF. Important safety tip, Egon. STD. Oh, yes. Standard pressure. We got about 10,000 feet, 10,400 feet before that, Captain Howdy, but thank you for that that reminder. Must remember. STD. Of course, that stands for standard pressure, not like some of you might think. You know, it went to, that education class. You know what I'm talking about. You know, the education class that everybody wanted to go to, that was always filled up. Yeah, I want to take that class where we learn about that. Standard pressure, if you know what I mean. What? You guys know. You're fooling nobody. That's right, Sleeveless. Oh! It's Mr. Horse Flight Simmer, mate. Yes, sex ed. Horse Flight Simmer. That's my SimFanatic. Oh my gosh. I should be the last person that teaches that course. Us. I think you should. And you should start with how do you safely engage a pair of dirty shorts when somebody tells you to eat their shorts. Good to see you. Everybody give a shout out to the legend, Mr. Horse Flight Simmer. Let's give it up to Horse Flight Simmer. Golf clap. Good to see you, buddy. Shane, how you doing, man? Appreciate you joining us. You were live streaming this morning. I almost hopped on. Weren't you live streaming this morning? I think you were. One time at band camp. There's a movie reference. There's an older movie. That was a 90s movie, though. What was the name of that movie? Now gosh, not old school. Gosh darn it. What was the name of that movie? Stifler's Mom. Remember that? Oh, it was Last Night for you. Okay. Oh, it's Flight Simmer. Do you have this plane? You were flying the Fokker, though, weren't you? Oh, I need to get a sound bit of you saying the Fokker. Although I think I might get demonetized if I played that too much. American Pie, that's it. American Pie. American Pie. A classic. Yeah, classic. Stifler's Mom. You all know what we're talking about. You know, if Maple was here, he'd be like, wait, I don't get it. What movie? Okay, when do I need to do our approach, activate our approach? Let's go here, flight plan, and here's our arrival. We're right here, down to here. Be free, and I think be free was after what? Ebler, right? Is after Ebler, because it says that man's EQ. That's not another name for Shane. His man's EQ. He is emotionally intelligent. Some may say no, but I say yes. That's for manual sequence, by the way. But we'll be after Ebler. Ebler here will activate our approach. We'll activate that. Activate approach, yeah. I missed that last night when I was doing a little test flight here, Shane. Yes, have the 707, haven't flown it yet. Oh, well, we might have to fly it together, Shane. Think you and me flying this together, hand in hand, yoke in yoke. Mano y mano. I could go to a really dark place right now, Shane, but I'm going to spare everybody, okay? I'll spare you. I shouldn't, but I will. Because you know why? Because I respect you. I respect what you do. I respect you as a man, as an Aussie, as a content provider, and, as a, what else? As a cheeky bugger. Something like that. Oh, he gives me... Hey, so if people are here... Look.
Contact Denver Center on 126.875.
Contacting Denver Center on 126.875.
Oh, I got to download your sound pack. Oh, it's Flight Simmer. As long as you download mine once I get it uploaded, when I take the time and give the few clips, we could have Oz Flight Simmer in here. He had our good friend Mr. Murph, Two-Toe Murphy, as
Denver
his
Center,
co-pilot.
707, good afternoon, flight level 240, descending via Class 5.
SimFanatic 707, Denver Center, good afternoon.
Captain Howie says, AFS, I heard Mr. SimFanatic forgot flaps on takeoff, just saying. Hoss Flight Simmer says, Dark Space, I don't bring you real dirty world into the stream. Keep it at home. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Don't let him fool you, kids. The man, the myth, the legend. Somebody type in exclamation FSM, by the way. Get his gear. And by the way, I was talking about this earlier, Shane. So I've gone old school, man. I've got all my original gear, nothing gifted to me. I've got the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant. I've got the TCA Boeing yoke, which I really do like, and the TPR pedals, which are still my favorite rudder pedals out of all of the rudder pedals I've tried, Shane. I really like them. Flaps, what flaps? Oh, my goodness. You guys are so hard on me sometimes, you know? All right, let's get this thing set. I think Oz Flight Simmer got me distracted, being the cheeky bugger he is. Let's look at our RNAV Y approach for 3-4 right. And it looks like we want to intercept chord at 7,000. I'm going to go ahead and just do this at 7.
707, just a heads up that we had an aircraft report light turbulence about 2.9 minutes ago at flight level 200.
Oh, that's cool. See, I love that too. Flight turbulence. Hey, Shane, since you're here, gracing us with your presence, do you have Active Sky? Do you have any a third-party add-on for weather? I know we've gotten questions about that in the past. I had Active Sky back when I was doing X-Plane a lot. It actually did a lot better for the weather. Dude, I totally agree. Oz Flight Simmer says, sometime going back to simple things are better. Yes, I totally agree, dude. I honestly thought about that. I was just like, you know, it's kind of nice to go back to this simpler setup. You know, this is all stuff I bought really early on when I was streaming, and some of it before I was streaming, like the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant I got right actually when I was starting to do a YouTube channel, or do the YouTube channel. And I couldn't agree more, man. Sometimes just going back to the simpler stuff is kind of nice. You don't have to worry about plugging in like 50 things, taking up 50 USB ports, right? Speaking of which, I need to get, I thought about getting like a little mini USB hub for my WINCTRL Ursa Minor throttle, because I've got a billion things on that stand, and just having like a little USB hub actually attached underneath the stand, so then I don't have to plug so many cables in. I'm trying to be smarter about the things, you know? And you get that, you start working with this stuff over and over again. Oz Flight Simmer says, yes, Active Sky and Atmos 100% recommended. Nice. So do you recommend both or one or the other? Can you use them together, or are you just saying either one of those? Definitely check out Oz Flight Simmer's channel. Somebody type in !AFS in chat if you would. He's got great videos, great news updates. He's got a lot of fun streams. He's a pretty laid back, cool guy. I mean, most of the time he's cool. Sometimes he's an absolute jerk, but you know, that just happens in our world, right? Actually, he's not a jerk. I love him dearly. I really consider him a true friend. He's helped me out a lot, and he's a great guy. So definitely check out his channel. He's got a lot of good content. And check out Flight Sim Mods, !FSM. Nobody's put that in there yet. I'm going to have a talk with my mods, Oz Flight Simmer, including you, because you're a mod. You can type it. But anyway, yeah, thanks for joining tonight, Shane. It's good to see you, man. And all the rest of you, of course. Even more so than that cheeky bugger, because he gives me more shit than anyone else. Reverend O'Neill is in the house, friends. Reverend, how you doing? Good to see you, Reverend. How's your brother doing, Reverend? Our thoughts and prayers are definitely with you and your family, your brother. I hope he's doing. It sounds like he's off the, or he's breathing on his own, which is good news. But please keep us posted, man. You know, I always say family first, and that's an obvious thing, but it is so true.
SimFanatic 707, contact Denver approach on 126.5.
Okay, we're getting connected with approach. 20%. Oh, that's right, 20% off of FS Mods products because I'm broke from buying Flight Sim stuff. I know. One of the things Shane mentioned to me, I think it's okay if I say this, right, Shane? Am I really going to be flying into IMC? Oh, God, please tell me no. No, I'm just going through a cloud.
Good afternoon, flight level 190 descending via Class 5.
But you know, you end up, once you get to...
707, Denver approach, good afternoon, expect the ILS runway 16 right, approach into Denver. And if you got information, Romeo...
Did he say 34 right or 36? I think he said...
ILS runway 16 right, approach into Denver.
16 right, we're not doing 16 right. I'm going to request 34 right. Denver approach, SimFanatic 707, requesting the 34 right RNAV approach. If he denies this, we're going to declare emergency, Shane.
SimFanatic 707, runway 34 right is not active for arrivals. Active runways are 16 right, 16 left, and 17 right. Please advise.
Okay, you guys want to see the plane catch fire? It's actually pretty cool. We did this last time because I declared an emergency, so I'm going to do that again. Denver approach, SimFanatic 707, declaring an emergency, requesting runway 34 right. So that's all you have to do.
SimFanatic 707, roger, mayday. Cleared for runway 34 right. Equipment is standing by. Advise if you need further assistance.
So after we land, we'll have smoke.
For runway 34 right, SimFanatic 707.
All right, let's go ahead and enable our approach.
SimFanatic 707, advise the nature of your emergency when able.
Activate approach. Here we go. I'm going to start slowing down. RNAV, let's go 6,000. What's the altitude? This won't go well. I know. We're going to slow her down. Yeah, Shane, I was telling everybody that right now you can pick this 707 with the flight engineer, which I think is probably one of the best add-ons or improvements with the aircraft. You can pick this up for $10 right now on sale. It's 33% off.
SimFanatic 707, when able, say souls on board and fuel remaining.
Oh, let me do this by the book. Let me go to my times and weights. SimFanatic 707, we got 144 passengers on board. We'll check fuel and declaring emergency. Emergency is we're out of orange whips.
SimFanatic 707, roger, emergency acknowledged. Cleared for runway 34 right. Equipment is standing by. Advise if you need further assistance.
Appreciate that, SimFanatic 707.
Advise if further assistance is needed, SimFanatic 707.
SimFanatic 707, roger.
Denver approach, can you make sure that the fire crew has plenty of orange whips on board and maybe throw in a few orders of chicken nuggets, if you would? Guy's scratching his head right now. The hell's this guy talking about?
SimFanatic 707, roger. Cleared for runway 34 right. Equipment is standing by. I'll pass your request along.
Cleared for runway 34 right, SimFanatic 707.
Oh God, here comes a jet crash from CP. This is gonna be freaking stupid. The catering truck is standing by. Oh yeah.
Pressurization mode selected. Set to landing. Pneumatics. Set. Passenger signs. On. Landing lights. Extended and on. Fuel boost pumps. On. Fuel meters. Off. AC auxiliary pumps. On. Speed brake lever. Pull forward.
Oh, don't put my... I need the speed brake on. So there he worked... The autopilot worked. Or the flight engineer worked there, but... I need this for descending faster because I'm not quite right with the... 7,000 feet. We're well above that. I wonder what speed I need to be at to I can extend my landing gear. Don't worry about that. I just took my auto throttle out. Or not auto throttle, but you know what I meant.
Ladies, gentlemen, and sim fans, as we begin our final approach into Denver, please ensure your electronic devices are turned off and stowed away until we arrive at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables away, return your seats to their full upright position, and make sure
I'm
your
hand flying
seatbelt
this.
is securely fastened. Our SimFanatic Airlines cabin crew will be making a final safety check.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
Clear with a temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. It's been our pleasure having you aboard SimFanatic Airlines. Thank you for flying with us.
Thank you, Real CFF. Okay, everybody's trying to make this impossible for me. Oh, good God. Is this 3-4 right? Is this right? I don't even know if this seems right.
195 knots, set flaps 25. Before landing checklist.
Thank you. Yep, that's great. I really hope I'm landing on the right runway. 3-4 right. Not the taxiway. Oh God, I'm landing on the short runway. Am I landing on the right runway? I feel like I'm Oz Flight Simmer landing this thing. You son of a bitch. He's doing it to me. Oh, damn it, I forgot. Oh God, no.
3, 4.
Data cards landing.
Caution, caution.
Oh, this is horrible.
Approaching.
What a shit show,
3,
people.
5, left. Caution, caution.
Oh, Oz Flight Simmer, you son of a gun, you. He's trying to throw me off, people. Thank you for the gift of memberships, Oz, but you some bitch. He's trying to throw me off.
Think rate.
Look at it stutter, this stuttering shit. I'm gonna have to not stream this aircraft. Damn it, Oz! He's doing it to me. Oh yeah, we're on 3-4 right. Here we go.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Landed, reverse is on.
Spoilers up.
Oh, we made it. We made it. OMG, we made it, friends. Yep, I got it pulled. Thank you, Sleeveless.
Ladies, gentlemen, and sim fans, welcome to Denver. Did you know that Denver is nicknamed the Mile High City?
This is pissed off. That wasn't actually a good landing. Thanks, brother.
With your seatbelts
Oh, you can just see me now. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I'm actually sweating.
Flying with SimFanatic Airlines. The local time is 12:50 in the afternoon.
All right, let's bring the flaps up.
Approaching runway 16 left.
Thanks, Oz. Thanks, everybody. CP gave me a 7 out of 10, but I got a good landing from Oz Flight Simmer, and I got a 9.9 from Bads. All right, we made it, friends. We made it! Hey, thanks again, Oz Flight Simmer, gifting 2 memberships. I think it was 2. No, you did more than that. Yeah, CFF, thank you for the $5 dono. Let's give it up to the real CFF. Let's give it up, real CFF. Thank you. Oz Flight Simmer dropping in 3 gifted memberships. Thank you, Oz. Seriously, man. Shane, that is so kind of you. Gifted to Reverend O'Neill. Man, he could use that right now for the gifted membership. Also, gifted membership to Sleeveless Joe, getting that gifted membership to the channel, and then as well as Vince M68. Friends, please do me a favor. Give a shout out to our good friend Shane. Man, the sounds on this thing are so loud. Thank you guys, Shane, Real CFF, all of you. Thank you so much for your continued support. I appreciate it. Shane appreciates it. As we make our way into the terminal, Evo Eagle Sky up there, Straw Seeker. Thank you, Sleeveless Joe. I'm surprised I only got a 7 out of 10 from CP65. What gives their CP? I felt that was at least an 8. Maple Leaf made it. Look at this, Shane. See, Shane comes and Maple decides to come. Trojan Wabbit dropping in a gifted membership to Desan PF. Thank you, Trojan Wabbit. Let's give it up to Trojan Wabbit. There he is right there, by the way. Thank you, Trojan. Oh. Shane, you know the stress. It's like all eyes on you, right? All eyes are on you when you land. And Shane doesn't even drink. I don't know how you do it. Reverend O'Neill says thanks for the gift. Oh, that's awesome, Reverend O'Neill. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. You're the bomb. I love you guys. And super awesome that we had the man, the myth, the legend in here, and that would be Sleeveless Joe. And Oz Flight Simmer thought I was going to say him. Oh, I kid. No, the man, the myth, the legend, of course, Oz Flight Simmer. Thank you, Shane, for your generosity and for everything you do, man. You really are one of those streamers and content providers that really has a heart. And there's a lot that have a heart, but Shane's just a lot of fun. Even when he tells you to eat his shorts, people, believe me, you don't want to eat those. They probably have blue tongue lizards in them, and that's not a euphemism, by the way, Shane. That yeah. I'm going to leave it at that. Sorry, Maple, I don't have socks on. I had to take my socks off because I was getting too damn hot in here. My studio's like, Shane's going to just like come over here and punch me. I'm one of those spoiled Americans that's like, oh no, the temperature is 77 degrees. It's so hot in here. We're so spoiled. But yeah, it was really hot in here earlier, so I took my socks off. I know Maple would love it. Johnny Mon, you some bitch. Look at Johnny dropping in a $5 dono. Johnny Mon. Here, this is to you, Johnny, Shane, of course.
Great stream, Sim.
Real CFF. Thank you, John. John says, great stream, Sim. Have a good night, all. John, thanks so much, man. Do you get up early in the morning to go get yourself in form for directing traffic, if you will? John's an important person. He gets the products to us in one piece. John, thank you for being here. And thank you for that $5 dono. This is to you, my friend. I won't play the whole song this time. But John, thank you so much. All right, we're going to pull into, well, let's go over here, the terminal right here on the left. We got a little hill to climb. And I want to do a shout out to Sayintentions. Brian and Max are amazing. What a great product. I think Shane would also agree, as many of you would that are in here. If you don't have Sayintentions, definitely check it out. It can make you a better pilot, even me, believe it or not. And I'll tell you what, if you're a real pilot, Shane, I don't know if you'd agree with this, but I haven't flown for a while, and if you want to brush up on your ATC skills, it's definitely going to help you with that. And it just makes the immersion. It actually can help with even like flying these approaches because they can tell you when you should descend. They can give you a vector stylus just like in real life. And what a great product. What an absolute great product. Probably one of the best products you can buy for Microsoft Flight Simulator, honestly. especially if you do commercial flights, but even GA flights. Since I got the sim update, I've got like all these static aircraft. There's Blaster Blaze over there, by the way. Johnny Man says, no, not till tomorrow night, but I wanted to put my 2 cents in literally. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it, John. All right, we got to do the after landing checklist with our flight engineer. So we're going to go after landing and run. We got 20 things he's going to do. And I just love the fact, it's like, think of the flight engineer just like, what is it, the AFE for PMDG DC-6. So don't be intimidated. I mean, I'd be intimidated by this aircraft if I had to learn everything about it to do it. I mean, some of you, I would love to have the time to do that, but I just simply don't have the time. So the fact that they now have this flight engineer that can run through all the controls, and of course, like I showed earlier, you've got the flight engineer panels here. It just makes it a lot easier to do this aircraft, and it's a fun plane. I think the flight model's not the best in the world, but it's not bad either. I think it's a pretty good flight model. Sounds are great. Texture work is great on this thing, and for $10, you look at some of the stuff out there that you pay for.
SimFanatic 707. Emergency vehicles are on their way.
Oh, here we might have the smoke. I wonder if they'll model the smoke on this plane. Here comes the fire trucks. Look at. Now they're gonna probably spray my plane like crazy here. Let's see what they do. Let's do shutdown. He'll run through that. Oh yeah, here it is. Look at, there it is. It's smoking. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, we're on fire! Ma'am, are you telling us everything? No, actually, we're out of coffee. And there, even the engines are shutting down here. And as the great crew, the fire crew here, getting us put out here, although that landing, I don't know if I would be on fire, right? But friends, it's been an absolute blast. Glad we could fly the 707 for the inaugural flight here tonight. Lots of fun. Shane, we're really going to need to do I know we talk about this. We've been talking about it for, a year? But we have done live streams together, joint live streams. They're a lot of fun. We get a lot of our followers together flying, and many of you watch both of our channels. And but we also get others that just watch Us Flight Simmers channel, or maybe just watch our channel. We get everybody together, and it's a lot of fun. And then you can hear Shane say, "Eat my shorts" over and over to me. But friends, I do appreciate all of your support. Again, thank you, Shane, for dropping in the 3 gifted memberships. Thank you, Johnny Mon, for the $5 dono. Real CFF dropping in $10 donos tonight. Bats at 27 months of putting up with my sorry butt. But a lot of you are members and continue to support the channel. I appreciate all of you very, very much. Cannot wait for the we do the commercial flights on Wednesdays, and we're going to do a GA flight. We do those on Saturdays, and I'll exit with the ads. I got all kinds of shit for the ads. I was doing these ads, and I got all kinds of crap for these ads. We do ATS on Friday night. As you can see, Shenanigans, that's led by Tashi. That's in our Discord server. Again, we do the commercial flights live streams on Wednesdays like we're doing tonight, as you can see there. And we also have the SimFanatic live stream, General Aviation fly-ins, the first Saturday of every month, by the way. Join us for the GA flights. We like to mix it up, different aircraft, and then, of course, the ATS monthly convoy stream that Bats really encouraged me to start doing. So that's all I'm going to do for the ads, okay? But, friends, thanks so much for joining tonight. We will do the top fans for tonight in chat. I'll do the call-outs as we exit here. Who won the landing challenge? Let me get to Discord here and see who won the landing challenge tonight. I've been kind of on a roll, but I don't think I probably won tonight. But let me check our Discord server. And Bats, thank you as always for doing that. The landing challenge, let's see. The landing challenge winners haven't been identified yet. We might still have some people coming in. I got to tinkle like no other. I'm going to jump into our Flight Simming voice channel. A lot of people join our Flight Sim voice channel in Discord. I typically will jump in there and say hello like I'm going to do right now. Hey, Pink, good to see you. Bats, Johnny Mon, hell of a guy. Blaster Blaze, Captain Aviation, Captain Howdy, and I see Sleeveless in here, and also Maple Leaf joined us. Guys, I thought I'd drop in and say hello before I exit the stream. How are you guys doing? Is nobody going to talk? Maybe I'm not. I might not be. Oh, I'm on. I'm on. They're just not talking to me. The cheeky bugger. Maybe I don't have the audio out. Hold on. Let me see. Broadcast. Microphone. Windows default. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Hey guys, okay, let's try it again. I got it switched. Hey guys, A-Pink. Johnny Mon, Blaster Blaze, CFF, the real CFF, Captain Aviation, Eagle Sky Evo, Sleeveless in here, and Maple. I got you guys now coming through. How are you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
Wonderful.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. The people in chat can hear you. Even Mr. Ost Flight Simmer can hear you. And he said, "Add slop, LOL." But guys, thanks so much for joining in voice. It's always good to see you. I'm going to make this a regular routine at the end of the stream. I just started doing that last week just to say hello.
Nice.
It's the least I could do.
I feel blessed.
Very nice.
We got one more landing, but as of right now, we have a two-way. Well. A one-way tie or a two-way tie? A tie is two. Anyways, we got one-way tie.
Yeah.
So it's all up to Ink to either make it a triple or make
Who's the tie right now? Do tell.
Secret.
Oh,
trade secret.
Trade secret.
You might as well.
Come on, Bats. You can't hold out.
All right.
Might as well.
Believe it or not,
give us a surprise.
TJ Turner.
TJ Turner, nice.
And yours truly, Mr. SimFanatic.
Wow.
I don't think we should let SimFanatic win that. Like any.
Oh my gosh.
Like, why did we let him win these?
Be quiet, Maple.
Because it's called skill, Maple. I've been hitting some of these lately. I don't know what's up with that. I haven't been drinking as much when I stream. That might have something to do with it.
Absolutely. Unless you absolutely perfect it, I don't think we should push you on there.
Why? Because I'm the host?
Yes.
Oh, you might have a point.
Maple, did you catch those awesome foot cam earlier?
Oh, my bad. That's why he joined, Bats, because I took my socks off. Wow, sick. Right off Flight Simmer.
He had his foot fetish.
Oh, he does. It's terrible.
Let's not. You got the twist.
Yeah, move those feet on the rudder pedals, baby.
I smell Hassenpfeffer. Yeah. I think that's why Maple came over, because he's like, "Ooh, hey, you can check out the rudder pedals if you know what I mean."
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
You mean there were rudder pedals there?
No, actually, my very white feet blended right in with the metal. Yeah, those were rudder pedals.
Hey Sim, just for tonight, we're gonna give Maple some slack. Cut him some slack.
Oh, we're gonna come. Okay.
Tonight. Yeah.
And why are we doing this, John? Why are we doing this?
He's had a tough day. Just
oh.
leave it at that.
Okay.
Well, he likes punishment. He's a glutton for punishment.
Oh gosh.
No.
Not tonight.
Okay. Well, I'll cut you some slack. I'm gonna guess either there was a problem with work or some sort of girl trouble. But Maple, we'll go light on you.
Folks.
Just to be nice. Not that you're nice to us, but we'll be nice to you. How about that?
Yeah. He's a good
kid. He's a good kid, folks. Who's JT Bot? 222.
Not our guy. We're waiting on AP Inc.
Oh.
Hey, Pink, you need to throw the afterburners on, man, or I'm going to wet myself.
No. He's 2.5 miles.
Okay, so he's close, people.
Right here, I can see it. I think.
That is enough time for him to wet himself. So.
It is, John. You know the feeling. You all know the feeling. Like when you're going on a road trip and you're on the interstate and it says, you say, when's the next rest area? It's like 22 miles. Like, I'm not going to last that long. When you're hopping out of the car and you're running to the bathroom in the gas station, and you start peeing before you get, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last 20 minutes.
It's the worst feeling in the world. It's a cold sweat. Exactly, John. It's a cold sweat. Yes.
All right,
absolutely. Here comes Apex.
Or that time when you can't.
Let's see. He can break it. He can break it right here. The tie. He can break it right here. Not bad, A-Pink.
Oh, wow. That was a good landing.
That was a good landing. What's the verdict? Look at him in that MD-11. Is he actually flying that MD-11?
Oh.
Yeah, he's actually flying it.
That's.
Yep.
How many of you guys have that one?
Winner's posted.
I've
got
it's
it.
a great plane.
Yeah. It's probably one I should pick up at some point. Some year.
Yeah. Right, Howdy?
Oh,
he's not in it.
When are you going to buy that 350 you said you were going to buy?
Oh, you remember that? I was waiting for somebody to mention that. I couldn't believe that Captain Howdy or somebody didn't mention that a long time ago.
I was just waiting to see if you just were waiting, see if it was any sales or anything. But it's time you're going to buy it, and we need to do a long haul. It's been a while.
We probably do.
Yes.
Yeah, A350 would be fun. But you know, I was teeter-totter between the A340 and A350, and I have to go back and look at the poll. But who won that? Who won the poll?
350.
The 350 did.
Right,
Okay.
you ran the last one you did was 350.
That
I think
was.
That was Honolulu to Denver. And I think if you don't fly the 777, I think
The 350.
777 Boeing 777, the subscriber, he might have.
He's gonna lose it.
Yeah, he's gonna lose his mind. So I think it's time for you, because it's been a while since you've flown the 777.
Oh, it has. I mean, 777, Boeing 777 that was in here did mention that too, doing a flight for sure.
Sim, which version of the 777 do you have?
I've got the 300ER and the 200. I don't. The only one I don't have is the freighter.
I just acquired the 300ER last week, and I'm learning it, so that'll be my,
nice.
That'll be my long hauler.
Well, that's awesome.
You're due. You have not flown that aircraft in a minute.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, good call. We probably should do that.
Even as anti PMDG as I am.
You're a fan. I know. By the way, guys, JJ Stevens just said SimFanatic check DM, sent you some sneak peeks at the new EJets texture. Awesome, JJ. I will definitely do that, my friend. Guys, I'm going to drop out of Discord voice and close out the stream, but I did want to say thank you guys for joining, and I do see that Bats posted. Maple, you'll be happy to know that I got another landing challenge tied with TJ Turner. Let's give it up to TJ Turner, guys, in voice before I leave. Congratulations, TJ. All right, guys. I'll see you on Saturday. Blue skies, guys. Thanks for joining tonight. Honestly, appreciate it. Love you, brothers.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Blue skies.
Good night. Blue skies. And all to the rest of you, blue skies, thanks everybody for joining. Shane, you man, you myth, you legend. Thank you so much for joining tonight. And all the rest of you, Johnny Mon, Maple, Osflight, Simmer, Bats. Thanks again to you, Real CFF, and JJ Stevens. I'll check out that DM. And I'm going to call out the top chat tonight, top fans. Friends, I'll see you on Saturday for some GA action. Don't miss out. And we'll be back in Discord voice, be back in the stream with all of you. Love you, friends. This is such a great community. This is what I feel is my second home. Friends, thanks so much. I will see you. Have a great rest of your week. Take care, guys and gals. Good night.
And he's a pretty cool guy. If he ain't flying for a living, he ought to be. His cold dead hand is on the yoke. You don't need no license when you don't need fuel. Cause in the sim you don't need oil. You won't hear him over the propeller humming with a VR headset on his head and a camera behind him with a real good angle. And he just shakes his head. Cause he's a hot fine country boy in a super Cub and Phil. Tickling orange whips in the country, dropping float planes on lakes in the States. He's a SimFanatic, and he's carrying the skies. He's on YouTube, baby, and he's a pretty cool guy. So if you like the stream, don't forget to hit the button. Don't forget to subscribe. He's the SimFanatic, and he's a pretty cool guy. Cause he's a high fine country boy in a super Cub and Phil, sipping orange whips in the country, dropping float planes on lakes in the States. He's a SimFanatic, and he's careless skies. He's on YouTube, baby, pretty cool guy.
All right, friends. So it's the time for the top 10 chat. Fans, friends, thank you so much for your contributions tonight. You guys are too generous, I tell you. But coming in at number 10, it's Trojan Weapons! Let's give it up to Trojan. Coming in at number 9, our good man, the faithful guy. Hope your brother continues to do well. Our prayers and thoughts are with you, Reverend O'Neill, and your brother. Dude, please keep us posted. Coming in number 9, it is Reverend O'Neill. Let's give him a hand, friends. Congratulations, Reverend O'Neill, on that number 9 spot. Number 8, coming in at Captain Howdy. Where's that explosion? He wasted all of his points on this, by the way. We didn't do it. All right, Captain Howdy, congratulations on that number 8 spot. Even though you gave me a 7 out of 10, and Bats gave me a 9.9, and I got a hell of a review from Mr. Oz Flight Simmer, I'm still going to give you a break on this CP65 for that 7 out of 10. Let's give it up to CP65 at number 7. Coming in at number 6 and also tying me for the landing challenge, TJ Turner! Good job, TJ. Good job, buddy. And coming in at number 5, it is our good friend. He already left, by the way. Boeing 777. He loves the dual engine starts, people. And Sleeveless Joe, thank you so much for helping me out tonight. Coming in at number 4 is our good friend Sleeveless Joe. How about it? Let's give him a hand, friend. Sleeveless Joe. And coming in at number 3, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Batman. It's Bats 24SS. Bats, thanks so much for continuing to do the lighting challenge and being a moderator, my friend. I can't wait to see you in Chicago for Sim Gaming Expo. Speaking of Sim Gaming Expo, one hell of a guy is going to host. He's a host with the most. And thank you, John, for your contributions tonight. Buddy, congratulations on that number 2 spot. Johnny Mon, hell of a guy. And coming in at number 1. It's not the fake. It's the real deal. It's the real CFF. Real CFF. Thank you, sir, for being here tonight. Thank you for the contributions, the $10, $15, whatever it was. Again, Oz Flight Simmer, thank you again for the gift of membership. And all you guys, you make the you make this so much fun. I love you guys. I really do. Appreciate all your support. And I'll see you next time. See you Saturday, friends. Good night. Have a great rest of your week. See you, Maple. Good night, guys. See you, Turn and Burn. Peace out.